Your brother from the gutter, old Red Eyes, the slick one back behind the wood for the open bar. Yes. And how'd you like that game the other day, huh? Hard to believe it. Josh Allen's 100th career game. I also find it hard to believe that Allen is the league's 14th highest paid quarterback at $43 million a year. I was curious, so I looked this up. Dak Prescott is number one, believe it or crap it, at $60 million. Give this man a raise, for cripe's sakes.
He's the hope of America.
And Josh Allen, how about this one? Has not thrown a pick yet all year long. 7 games without an interception. That's got to be some kind of record for him. Yeah. So he's playing a lot smarter with the hoochie, with the football. And how about rookie second-round pick Keon Coleman had his first 100-yard game. He had a great touchdown catch that was called back. We really got boned on that one. And also, rookie fourth-rounder Ray Davis also contributed with a TD. I'm telling you, this is going to go down as a great draft class. I got a feeling. Carter is playing well, the defensive tackle that they drafted in, the third round, and then Ray Davis was fourth round, and Bishop, I don't see him, the safety they drafted in the second round after Keon Coleman. Remember, they had 2 second-round picks. I don't see him beating out Damar Hamlin this year, maybe next year. I mean, that's why they drafted him, to be a starter. But Damar Hamlin has got a solid handle on that job, and he's been playing fantastic up to this point. And how about Amari Cooper, huh? His first game with the Bills, Amari Cooper broke cherry with his first Bills touchdown. Yeah, give it up. Give it up for Amari Cooper. And you can hear the crowd going, Coop. And, I mean, really, what a difference this guy makes. I mean, he opens things up for everybody else. Shakir had a great game. Kincaid had a nice game. I think we had 4 receivers with over 50 yards and catches. So, yes, we needed that guy to replace Diggs as a number one, and Amari Cooper is that guy. And the cool thing about it is that it's not breaking the bank at $800,000 a year. And another guy from Cleveland, they're saying that may be available. There's talk that Myles Garrett may be on the chopping block. So, wow, would I make a deal for Myles Garrett? You bet your ass. And I don't believe he's making mucho dinero either right at this point. So it's something they might want to look into. The Bills now rank 5th in the official NFL power poll, behind Kansas City, the Ravens, the Lions, and the Vikings, respectfully. And let me say this about that. I'm not 100% sure we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, but I feel we have as good a chance as anybody with this group of players. I believe this is a special group that they have this year. It's just a great chemistry that they seem to have, that they've assembled. We'll see what happens, huh? We'll see what gives.
You gotta be a football hero to get along with a beautiful girl.
And it looks like Bills great Steve Tasker, Hall of Famer, Wall of Famer, I should say, is not going to get into the Hall of Fame this year. He has failed to advance in the seniors cut down for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Unreal. It's because of his position. It's because he was a special teams ace. But arguably the best special teams player in NFL history, Tasker was great. So they've got this list of seniors. Among the big names on the list of 31 include quarterbacks Kenny Anderson, Jim Plunkett. Plunkett won a Super Bowl. Running back Roger Craig was great. Sterling Sharp, come on, man. Sterling Sharp, he was good for, 3 or 4 years. Otis Taylor, he should definitely be in there. Bob Kuechenberg, he was great for the Dolphins. Joe Jacoby, yes, I agree with those two. Defensive lineman Jim Marshall. Defensive ends, I should say, Harvey Martin, and Jim Marshall. It's that second capsule just kicking in. Also, linebackers Clay Matthews Jr. and Tommy Nobis. Wow, there's a blast from the past. Lester Hayes and Albert Lewis. Lester Hayes was awesome as well. So too bad, sadly, for Steve Tasker. It doesn't look like he's going to get in there unless, maybe one day when he's coughing up a lung.
They're eating the dog.
And yeah, Trump just won't let go of the Haitian immigrants eating the pets story. He was appearing on Howard Kurtz's Media Buzz on Fox News recently, and they asked him about it. They pressed him, and he said, well, I don't know if it's true or not, he said. The host then said it's been debunked. Trump, of course, doubled down and went deeper, and he says, hey, well, what about the goose, the geese? What about the geeses? What happened to them? They're all missing. So now it's the geese, evidently, that are being eaten. I think a good portion of Trump's brain has been eaten.
He's got a lot of problems.
And half of Trump's cabinet members, cabinet secretaries, have not backed his 2024 bid. We're only 2 weeks away from the election. That's right. I mean, usually it goes without saying that, former cabinet members support the president that they served under. Of course, though, when it comes to Trump, not so true. Based on the latest tally, 24 of them, roughly 57%, are publicly supporting the former boss. The rest either won't take a position or have declared publicly that they won't support Trump. And then there's, what they said about him. General Milley just said he was a fascist to the core. He's not fit for office. The Secretary of State called him a moron. Former Defense Secretary James Mattis says he doesn't even respect the Constitution. John Kelly said he's the worst person he's ever met.
That is absolutely insane.
That is totally unprecedented, really. It doesn't, people don't come out and say that about their former boss. They may come out and say, well, I don't really 100% agree with him on this policy or that policy. But they don't come out and say he was a moron, that he's unfit for office or whatever. But again, you have the Trump clan, the Trump fans that are not capable of critical thinking. You know what I mean? They just block out everything and they just listen to what they want to hear. If somebody's saying that about you, your own people are. Pence won't even he won't even endorse him. And get this, over 100 Republican national security officials endorse Harris. These are Republican national security people. The group writes that they firmly oppose Trump's reelection, alleging as president he promoted daily chaos in government, praised our enemies and undermined our allies, politicized the military, and disparaged our veterans. Also prioritized his personal interest above American interest and betrayed our values, democracy, and the country's founding documents. The letter also states that by inciting the violent attack on the Capitol on January 6, 2021, and defending those who committed it, he has also violated his oath of office and brought danger to our country.
You're goddamn right.
And how about our old pal Rudy Giuliani? That's right. He could be looking for a new place to crash. A federal judge in New York has ordered him to turn over or surrender luxury items and shares of his New York City co-op apartment to cover a defamation judgment, of course, which was back in August of 2023. He was found liable for defaming Georgia poll workers Ruby Freeman and Shays Moss. And he owes the two women $148 million. So, yeah, that wasn't cool. They were getting death threats and everything because of his conspiracy theories and bullshit. You remember that Giuliani shared a video that he said depicted the two election employees scanning ballots multiple times to aid Joe Biden, which, of course, a subsequent investigation found to be false. Yeah, so you just can't go out making shit up. Unless, of course, you're Donald Trump. Yeah, somehow Trump gets away with it. But in any event, poor Rudy, maybe he'll let him crash at Mar-a-Lago, huh? And he'll give him a break like he did the Secret Service where he only charged him, double what everybody else was paying at the hotels. What a guy. What a guy. And in local news, could CBS Network news person Jeff Glor, could he be coming to Buffalo? Well, he was seen in the Channel 4 news suite at the Bills game over the weekend, and their luxury suite, mucking it up with Channel 4. And he also evidently had an interview with Channel 2. Now, obviously, you're making a lot more money if you're working for the network than for a local affiliate. However, they say he may take a job in Buffalo because he wants to be closer to home, closer to his mom, that kind of a deal. But obviously, it would be for a lot less money. You know, but what are the chances he's going to catch on with another network right now? So, and, you know, Jeff Glor, let me say this, and it's not Jeff Glor's fault, but why is he in the Buffalo Broadcasters Hall of Fame? And why is Wolf Blitzer in the Buffalo Broadcasters Hall of Fame? I mean, neither one of these guys ever worked in Buffalo broadcasting, but somehow they are in the Buffalo Broadcasters Hall of Fame. And then you have broadcasters who've been on the radio, such as myself, for 25 years, at or near the top in the ratings, 25 years, reigned at nighttime. And do you think I get a call from these people? And it's not just me. I mean, there's other people as well. So it's very political, very political. Maybe like Steve Tasker, someday when I'm coughing up a lung, maybe they put me into the Broadcasters Hall of Fame here. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Because you're like the coolest person I've ever met, and you don't even have to try.
All right, that's all Red Eyes has got for you right now. Thanks for dialing in. Of course, you can catch all the episodes on Podbean and at slicktom.com, which will link you to Podbean. Of course, we're streaming on all the major streaming platforms thanks to Julia, ace that she is, from Lakewood Studios. Let me tell you, ever need any website stuff done, she is the person to talk to. We are streaming on Apple, YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, and several others, which I cannot remember at the moment because I've disconnected, as you know, many brain cells over the years. Yeah, so until next time, of course, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills. We got a tough one coming up against the Sea Hags at Seattle, but we'll pull it off, damn it. Live fast, die old. Weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon.
Hail to the king, baby.